Hello everybody. All right, so for your new subscribers that recently joined, this is my house. It hasn't always been a house. When I bought it in 2016, it was a church. Yes, this is my church. I of course made it into a house. There was no electricity, no water, no bedroom, no bathroom, no sewer system, nothing. And I put everything in there, including the kitchen, together with my dad's help a lot. And from this fence over there, all the way over there, that's my land. That's what belongs to me. It's actually two different pieces of land. You see the fence here around the church, and then my car parked into the forest to where the firewood is. That's actually one piece of land. Then there's officially a little road here where my car is parked into the forest, and that road belongs to the forest owner behind my house. And then next to that is a big piece of land that's also mine. I bought both the land around the house and the piece of land next to it because I needed the space for a sewer system. But I thought, this video, why don't I show you the borders of my land and just walk around my land in a circle so you can all see what it looks like and how big it is. Also, I've recreated my land in a video game, and I will show you where I'm at in the video game so you can see it in real life too. So you get a little bit of an idea. So here it is. Right now I'm standing here. Okay, first off, this part is very clear. You see the fences, and my land the fence is the border of my land here. Now, if we walk from here, this is usually my parking lot, but because of all the snow and we didn't want to dig that much snow, I just cleared a little bit of snow over there so I could park my car. That shed on the other side of the road is also mine, but that it's not my land. I am renting the amount of land over there to put my shed onto. So a long-term goal is to take away that shed so I don't have to pay rent anymore. I'm hoping far, far in the future to build a garage over here so I can take away that shed, and then all the storage that's in there can move to the garage and I don't have to pay rent anymore. Right now I'm paying rent for that, but that needs to stop. Alright, this little veranda my parents built for me while I was on vacation as a little surprise for me. I appreciate it a lot. Me and Lihao sit here a lot during the mornings because this gets morning sun and it's a very nice place to eat breakfast during the summers. And we have a little view of this road that goes past my house. This road is not very busy. If we get one car per hour, it's a lot. So it looks like I'm living close to a road, but there's barely any traffic, so it never really bothers me anyway. Alright, as you can see over here, the border between my house and the end of my land is not very big. So it's very close. Luckily, the neighbors on this side that own this forest are very nice. Every time they hear that there's a storm coming, they come out and check out these trees if these trees are in danger of falling onto my house. They have taken away a couple of dangerous trees in the past, and so far I have no complaints. Now, here we get to the back of my house, and there is no more fence. Here we have a veranda that I built myself, because over here we get the evening sun that's now over there, or it's kind of over there-ish, but during the summer it's over there. So this is a nice veranda for evening sun and a little fire grill I built here. I've got my canoe here, and you see the firewood storage and tool storage for garden tools. And above here I can put some fabric in there so you can get some shade too if you want it. It's a very nice relaxing place to stay. But as you can see, the fence stops here and it just goes into the forest. But this forest is not mine. I have actually built this veranda the exact same width as my land. So the border of my land and the forest is right here. It's also very small. So my veranda is as big as I could make it without going into somebody else's land. So you see these tracks are in the land of my neighbor and the veranda is on my land. But the border goes a little bit like in a curve that way. That's why the firewood is still on my land, because it curves out that in that direction. So let me show you that from the other side. I'm hoping to use these boxes for recycling. So I got one for metal, plastic, paper and glass. So yeah, so you can see where the wooden fence stops. It's in line with my veranda because that is where my land stops, and then it curves out to behind my firewood storage. And then it basically, this big field is a grass field, and you see the line of trees. The tree line is basically the border between my land and the neighbors. So the field is mine, but the trees are my neighbors. Let me go stand a little bit more in the middle of the field here. So here you can see my house. This is the kitchen door. You see the veranda. And this field I'm standing on right here used to be the parking lot for everybody going to church. Now, this building wasn't only a church, it was also a Sunday school. So my living room is the church, where all the church benches were, like people were to sit on the church benches listening to the priesting along. And my kitchen used to be the Sunday school. So people were to park the cars here on the field and then go through this door if they needed to go to Sunday school, and they were to go through the front door if they wanted to go to church. But anyway, let's continue around my house and my property. So yeah, line goes over here behind the firewood storage and then keeps going past the line of all these trees. So let's walk around the border and I'll show you some more. Okay, the border of my land, like you see this line here, it keeps going into the forest right there. But we're gonna take this little path. I have made this path myself. I've cleared out forest and I've been mowing this to mow it until it becomes grass. And yeah, right now it's just snow, there's no grass here. But a few years ago, I decided I wanted this little house here. And I started mowing grass and laying down sand and just having a little, what they call in Swedish, a windhut, which basically means wind stopper or wind shelter. And I just thought this would be a nice place to grill sometimes, sit here with a little fire, be warm, have a little table, and you can just sit down. It will be nice and warm in here with a nice view into the forest. Nice, cozy. Me and my parents and my dad's sister and his husband have actually been here during New Year's and just sat here grilling. It was very nice. As you can see, we're no longer on a field. This is a part of forest that I own. It's just Mostly birch trees and some pine trees, but mostly birch trees. There's a lot of them. And I don't really do anything with this forest. I don't mind it being a little bit of wild forest. I like it that way. Lots of Swedish people actually think it's like wild forest. No, you need to do upkeep on your forest. You need to make it look beautiful, and they mean just cleaning it up and everything. But I like it when it's wild, like when nature takes care of itself. But anyway, we're coming up to the corner of my land here. Let me show you. So there's this little stone wall. That's another border. And there at the end, that's also the corner of my land. So I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Yeah, there it is. Here, this rock. Let me take off the snow here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but they carved in a square here. See if I can clean it up a little bit here. See, that rock has a square cut into it. That's the corner of my land. So you see the shed there, and all the way back there is my house. And then you can follow this corner in a line towards where my veranda is and my wood storage, and that line is the back border between my land and the land of my neighbor. But it also goes along this stone wall. So let's walk around this stone wall here. Okay, and now we're on the road. Well, I'm on the road now, and my land borders onto the road. So now it's just walking back home along the road, and that's my land. Now, if you buy land in Sweden and your land borders a road, you have to keep in mind your trees are your responsibility. So if any of my trees were to fall onto the road, that's my responsibility. I need to take care of that. And I'll show you why I'm telling you that, because I've got 2 trees that are not doing so well, and they're kind of leaning towards falling onto the road, and that scares me. Let me show you here. First one you can see right here, this one. You see that it's leaning towards the road, and it's big enough that if it were to fall, it's gonna hit these electrical cables. And I do not want that. I want to get rid of this tree. And the same goes for this one. This one is really tall. See how tall it is? This one, you can't tell from here, but it's also leaning towards the road. And it's rotten at the bottom. So I need to take care of that. But I'm gonna ask my neighbor to take care of that, because he's got a big forest machine and he has a lot more experience taking down trees. So he'll help me with that. But I hope that they don't fall before he gets the chance to take them away. All right, let's keep walking around my land here. Now we're here next to the shed that's on the opposite side of the road of my house. See, my house, shed. This shed used to be there back when my house was a church, and I used to use it as storage. I'm basically doing the same, using it as storage. I just have like my spare tires for my car in there. I have some windows in there, and just some planks and beams that, if I want to use them for a project to build something, I have all that stuff in there. For those that want some numbers, the length of my land from all the way back there to all the way back there is 163 meters. That border from the road to the forest, I believe is 80 meters. Now, my land isn't a straight line, it isn't a square, it goes a little bit in a triangle shape. But I'm not sure about the length from the road here to behind my house. It can't be that much. But the amount of land in square meters is 6,600 square meters of land. So, yeah. My plans for this field are like I want a garage, a 2-car garage. I want a big storage shed. I want a greenhouse for plants and Lihao to play around in, and maybe I want a little a guest house. We're probably combining several of those buildings in one, but this is all stuff for long, long in the future. We've got a lot of other projects going, like up there on the second story, we're gonna build a bedroom for us to sleep in, because right now we're sleeping kinda in the living room. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the little tour around my land here. I hope you enjoyed the visuals I made with a computer game about my land, so you could see where I actually was. And don't forget, if you want to support Lihao, buy those notebooks I talked about a few vlogs ago. Those notebooks are awesome. I have a couple of them. They are beautiful to write in whatever you want, and for each one you buy, Lihao gets a couple of cents. So, yeah, support Lihao, buy those notebooks. Links are in the description. She has several different types of notebooks, and there's a link to each one of them. So go ahead and buy those, and see you all later. Bye! Please like and subscribe. And if you want to support us or just want something that Lihao has made, you can buy this little notebook, Look for Stars. The links are in the description, all on Amazon, and you can buy them. See, you can make some beautiful notes in there. The video that just popped up, that one is, according to YouTube, something you will like. So try looking at that one. See you all later. Bye.